Hi, this is Majinoni, and let's talk about the Cosmic Cube. Now, the Cosmic Cube is pretty much rooted within Captain America and his battles with the Red Skull. Now, the thing about the Cosmic Cube is what you want to do is you want to imagine one of the most powerful items in the universe. It's a cube of immense energy and power, and it basically will do whatever you want it to do. If you want to create, let's say for an example, an amusement park in your backyard, boom, it's there. If you want to make yourself billions of dollars, you got billions of dollars. You can do whatever you want with it. Now, originally the Cosmic Cube was created by AIM scientists, and MODOK was supposed to be one of the primary users for the Cosmic Cube, but it was so powerful and it was just so full of information that eventually just drove him insane. Now, from there, what you want to do is you want to look at Captain America, and it's the Tales of Suspense. Number 79 is when it starts. Now, this, as you can see, this is originally drawn by Jack Kirby and written by Stan Lee. So these are your really classic tales. Now, basically what happens is the Red Skull, is back from the dead, and he sets apart another, fiendish plot to kill Captain America. And as that plan is failing, you basically learn that the Red Skull has sided with AIM, and he learns of the Cosmic Cube. Now, Red Skull steals the cube while an AIM scientist warns Cap of the problem, what's going on. So Captain America goes out, naturally to stop the Red Skull. Now, once the Red Skull gets the cube in his possession, he basically summons these creatures to beat Captain America up. Seeing that that's not really working out too well, he basically decides to destroy Cap. But right before Cap dies, he basically says, hey, Skull Wade, wouldn't it be your greatest triumph to let me remain and let me serve underneath you? And then just think, Captain America was helpless and I am your underling. And the Red Skull goes, yes, I think that's a wonderful idea. And then basically creates a suit of armor like King Arthur. And that's his undoing, because Cap basically uses that moment to knock the cube out of his hands, and they both fall into the ocean. Now, from there, it goes through a period of time where people are basically looking for the cube, and eventually the cube gets destroyed. Now, the thing about the cube is it's one of these things that, it's so powerful, and you just can't keep it destroyed for long. Eventually, AIM tries to recapture the cube, and he's attacked, or confronted, I guess, by Captain America and his buddies. And then that's where we learn where the cube is basically like an incubator. It's for higher entities, higher powers. And then there was a Shaper of Worlds, and what he basically said was, explains all that and says, I was actually developed from a Cosmic Cube developed by the Skrulls. Now, from there, it's like I said, it's, it starts going through time again, and you have more battles between Red Skull and Captain America, and eventually there's been another Cosmic Cube that was created, one that was created by Dr. Doom. You had the X-Men involved, Red Skull was involved, and eventually Warlock was involved. So there's a lot of, it has a lot of history of, and I guess you can say, one of these things that just keep popping up over time, and no matter how many times you destroy it, somebody who's extremely powerful is trying to recreate it. Now, recently, in the recent issues of Captain America with Winter Soldier, the Cosmic Cube appears again, and Captain America, after fighting to retrieve the cube, I guess let me back up a little bit. You had the Winter Soldier on behalf with that guy Alexander Lukin. he got basically retrieved the skull. Retrieved the cube from the Red Skull, and then from there, Captain America was able to use that the cube to regain Winter Soldier / Bucky's and lost memories, and then apparently the cube or a fragment of the cube has been destroyed, and it's like one of those things again where it's like, just give it a little bit more time and the cube's going to pop up again, and it's going to be again probably in the hands of the Red Skull and Captain America, in the pages of, I should say. Now, overall, I don't mind the idea of having something like a cosmic cube. The only thing that's really out of place is the fact that it's in Captain America, and it's not in, like, for example, Fantastic Four, where, you would think that something like that would most likely appear in. Or something like an Infinity Gauntlet, where you'd have, it's like in pages of Captain Marvel or Warlock or something like that. But anyways, that's just basically the gist of the Cosmic Cube. Just remember, it's a cube, it's cosmic, all-powerful. Red Skull wants it, he gets it, bad things tend to happen. And for some reason, only Captain America stops him. But if you have any comments or questions, let me know. I know I skipped over a lot of the middle stuff, but like I said, the middle stuff is basically, Cube gets recreated, MODOK is involved, Project Pegasus is involved, Captain America, Cube is recreated, things like that. So that's just the gist of it. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. I'll rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. And I'll have more reviews up later, so until next time.